Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Anton Gasper podcast.
Hello.
With my guests today is Zach Hogan and Mike Tapuska.
Hello.
Hey there.
So I'm Zach,
I'm Mike Tapuska.
and that, of course,
It's
Anton Gasper,
yes, thanks,
our
Mike.
host.
yeah. So he's our host, and we're starting off with the hockey song because. What is the reason?
If you guys haven't heard the hockey song, it played at some hockey games.
Yeah. In fact, I remember I was at a Vegas Golden Knights game obviously in Vegas on their first season in December of 2017. And I forget exactly what someone played. Oh yeah, they played the song, and someone beside me who was from Nevada asked me if I knew who wrote that. I said, "Funny you should ask. I'm a Canadian. I know who it is very well. Tom Connors." He said, "I've never heard of the guy, but that sounds like an interesting name." And I said, "Well, most people in your country have not heard, but we've all heard of Johnny Cash and all your guys. I think it's rather sad that they don't know more about our people."
I know, right?
And I think earlier, Mike, you were saying that if he would have done more in the States.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of Stompin' Tom's own fault, admittedly.
Well, because why? He didn't.
Because didn't he never perform in the States? He only performed in Canada, didn't he?
Yeah. So I think that's what that is.
I know, right?
Yeah. So anyway, what are we talking about today? That is, what should we start with? I start with sports, I guess, since we're already on that topic. How are you guys enjoying the? I guess we're not in playoffs. We're in first games right now, aren't we?
Yep, we are.
Yeah, we're opening up the regular season. The way they're doing it, though, is that I think I don't know what they've done with the divisions down in the U.S., but there is now just a Canadian division. And so during the pandemic, so that nobody's crossing the border, they will just have all the NHL games, all the Canadian teams playing Canadian teams for right now. I don't know kind of after.
And American teams playing American teams.
Yeah, I mean, if and after things clear up,
That's
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do after that. They might just keep this for the season, and then, depending on how things are by the start of next season, it might go back to normal.
Well, do you think it could later this season? Because I've heard of other things that sound like they may be on the horizon. I've heard rumors.
There would be the logistical problem. They've already kind of come up with this whole system. I mean, they might want to just be having this system played till the end of the season. They have it planned out, and that way they can have accurate points and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do come playoffs, if they're gonna do another one of these bubble deals like in Edmonton, or what they're gonna do. But
See what happens.
I think that probably for the remainder of this season at least, they'll probably just have just the Canadian teams playing each other. And I mean, we're only playing 41 games this season, I think. It was a late start to the season, so we're only going to be playing 41 games. No, most seasons, every team plays 82.
So each team is only, each team isn't, sorry, the whole season is only 41 games?
Yeah, 41 games a team. Each team plays 41 games.
And then after that, it depends on how far they go into the playoffs, right?
Yeah, and as I said, I don't know exactly how the playoff format is going to work, but it should be an interesting playoffs to watch. I mean, it was a good qualifiers round for the Flames, because what they did, of course, last year, the whole qualifiers, and then they started the playoffs. It was a good qualifier round for the Flames. We beat Winnipeg, and then we had an okay first round. There were definitely a lot of things wrong with the way we were playing, but Dallas played really, really good. I mean, what I did like is that Dallas made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final, and I think they got pretty deep into the Stanley Cup final, because what game was it that the Lightning won the Cup? I think it was Game 6, wasn't it? Yeah, so it was Game 6, so they pushed them pretty far, and the Flames pushed.
You tell me, was it Game 6, Anton?
Yeah,
the Flames pushed the Dallas Stars to Game 6 in the first round. So,
Right.
And of course, the Lightning won the Cup.
Yeah. So that was good. And Anton, do you think, because I know you do camera work for the Flames, do you think are you gonna go back to do some more of that during this season? What's your prediction?
I don't know if I'm I don't know. It's hard to say with that questions right now.
Because I know they got a skeleton crew back. I guess you weren't part of that, hey?
Nope.
Yeah, because I'd imagine it's probably just like a fraction of the crew they would normally have.
Well, that's what a skeleton crew means. I mean, a lot of businesses are operating that way, charities. Like the one, AFS is a good example of that, right? They're running a skeleton crew. They're probably, if even at 10% of their normal staff.
Yep.
Which I think maybe you're one of for the online stuff.
Maybe.
Aren't you? Working that new Remo software?
Mm-hmm.
And explain to folks what is the Remo software, because I think that this could end up being a big thing for virtual events like this company they've started. Why don't you tell people what
if you guys know what Remo is? It's Remo like a live event software online. It's like Zoom. You can run events, go to different tables. There's whiteboards. There's a Q&A section.
And on the whiteboards, do they write notes? What do they do there?
It's like all different kinds of info, and there's like all the business info sites.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Mike, have you seen I've actually looked at this Remo a little bit. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I don't think so.
No. Well,
tell me a little bit more about this Remo.
Anton knows better than I. You have the floor.
It's we use it for Autism Hazards Fishing Society of Calgary. It's that's what we use for live events. And it's like behind the scenes on the Remo.
So one thing I'm curious about with it, because I've heard, but I don't know for absolute certain, can someone like click on a certain part, and when they click on said part, like they click on something, and then someone's video chat sort of comes up, and you can see somebody? Is that something you can do?
Yeah, it's different. You can join 6 tables at a time on Remo.
Well, can you just join one table at a time if you want?
Yep, you can.
Well, so if you click on one table, there's somebody there on a video call, a video chat, and you can then go and then see them, right? I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean,
so you can have like a big party.
Yeah, it's like a virtual.
You guys that's like a watch party.
I mean, I got to be honest with you guys, though. The whole virtual thing, they've done a lot more with it this year technically last year now, for understandable reasons, but I'm starting to get really weary with all this stuff. I just want life to back to the way it was. Interestingly enough, isn't today January 17th, if I'm not mistaken?
Note on that. Had I known that all this stuff was going to happen, I would have told my past self to buy a bunch of stocks in Zoo. I would have just said, put your entire life savings on Zoom. Believe me, you'll be glad you did.
Believe me, my life savings ain't that much after I drained it out to get stuff for my place and everything. But I've been building it back up. I have no debt, so that's good. I mean, most people our age group, we have a lot of debt, don't we? Most of the people we know, most of millennials, don't they have a lot of debt?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's frightening, some of these credit card debt levels and all this garbage. Frightening, some of the debt people are carrying.
Yeah, I don't envy them, I'll tell you that.
Well, and I'm choosing not to be one of them by not spending beyond my means. I mean, I did carry around about a $6,000 credit card balance from, the whole thing started about May of 2016, but then in August of 2018, I added about $3,000 more to what was already existing to do a couple trips to Vegas and Niagara Falls and Toronto to see concerts that I never see again. Joan Baez, who does a lot of Bob Dylan songs and just a 60s folk legend. And I knew that I was going to add a lot of debt to go do these things, but I also knew that as soon as I got home, it was going to be go, go, go and pay them off. So
I know, right?
It wasn't like I went into it with no action plan afterwards. It was just so time sensitive and frankly poorly planned, but I wasn't going to let myself miss it. And I have no regrets on doing it, but I don't recommend going into debt to do things like that either, even though I did it. Basically, I don't think I'd do it again, but it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
So, well, maybe when we all become millionaires somehow one day, we can all go down to Vegas and we'll go down there and we'll get all drunk and have...
just have a good time.
Have a lot of fun in Vegas.
Yeah, well, just have a good time.
Do whatever the hell you do in Vegas.
Maybe you can get smoke a little weed.
Do bear shit in the grass?
Of course. So, but where does that leave us with the weed question?
Where does that leave us with the bear shit in the grass question?
Same place.
Exactly.
Same place, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, prediction on. So what about concerts? I can't decide, guys, whether sports or concerts will be harder to bring back, or do you think they'll be about the same? Like, do you think they'll start with smaller venue concerts and then go to the big concerts, or start with the big ones and go to little ones?
Yeah, like it might still be like another year before you have like a big, like Kanye West concert at the Saddle Dome or whatever, or at I wouldn't Madison Square Garden, or big AC/DC concert at some
Kanye West at Madison Square Garden. I don't think I'd go to that.
I wouldn't too. That's for sure.
I go to.
You know what I'd do is I'd go up and interrupt him halfway through the show so I could say something, kind of like he did.
I'd tell him, okay, Kanye, I'm very happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish this show, but Eminem, he's one of the best rappers of all time, and Ice Cube too. Actually, Ice Cube, he's even better than Eminem.
Yeah. Remember,
they're like the best rappers of all time. Ice Cube is one of the best rappers of all time.
And then he's gonna stand there like, I can't even finish the show now.
Nope.
Anton, do you remember what reference we're making here? Like, so back in 2008 or 2009, something like that. There was an award show, and Taylor Swift was getting an award. Kanye West goes up on the stage, and it completely interrupts her. So freaking rude.
Yeah, and, I remember that.
Yeah. I was watching that live too. Because around our house growing up, we used to watch award shows a lot.
Same here too, buddy.
I don't really watch them anymore, but yeah, I'll watch them for certain performances, but I cannot sit through the whole thing. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I could never be bothered to watch one even really to begin with.
There you go. I just want to make sure we can all hear each other real good.
I can hear you fine.
Oh, you only want one of the headphones on? Why?
I don't know. I just prefer it that way.
Doesn't impact anyone else. Anyways, so yeah, that'd be funny if you went up to one of his concerts.
Security would never let you through.
Well, it's not like back in the old days with Elvis Presley when, like, if you've seen those, like, videos or concerts from the 1970s, these women would approach the stage and, he'd give them a scarf, but these women would approach the stage and look to basically make out with them and get a scarf and all that. Well, now you can't get that close to anyone's stage to do anything like that. Like, there's a whole big, like, 20, 30 feet before any audience is sitting, and then there's security and a big gate by any stage. I think back then people had better showmanship and just the security wasn't as needed. I don't know. It seems like today people are more guarded.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like that's one thing. I mean, it would have been cool to live back at that time.
Yeah. I would have gone up to get a scarf from Elvis, but if he tried to do that to me, I'd probably punch him in the face.
Maybe.
He wouldn't do that, though.
Nope, probably not.
It'd be funny if he tried. No, I wouldn't punch him in the face, but I'd be like, well, dude, what are you doing?
Like, come on, he's Elvis.
Yeah. Well, he can do anything.
Well, I mean, in that situation, you just got to take one for the team, man.
I know,
or
right?
turn your head very fast. Just let it get to the cheek. Very weird thing to think about, but anyway, no. The point being, yeah, you're right. They wouldn't let you that close to the stage now. There's no way. Going to shift gears a little bit. So, but do you think that smaller concerts will come back before big concerts? And I think that sounds more practical.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It might be another year or two before like those great big concerts are back, but
not 2 years, dude. I'm telling that's
hopefully I'm hoping within the next like maybe like year and a half or so.
I don't even think that long. If they want to actually save the venues financially, I don't think they can go that long. I really don't.
We just gotta see what happens. Really just depends on just kind of when things happen in our favor. Really, it's just got to be that's just about the best you can hope for.
Well, I mean,
see what happens. All of this.
Well, you know what I think of all this. I won't get into it too much, but I do believe that certain aspects of this are nobody's thinking rationally. They're just, case numbers are going up. Let's close businesses. And I mean, at some point they're going to have to quit doing it. We all know that. But we just, it's not a matter of if they're going to quit doing it now. It's a matter of when they're going to quit doing it, because we know they're not going to do this forever. We just know they're not.
Yeah, I mean, like, we just gotta see what happens. It's about all we can do.
Oh yeah,
I think there's going to be a revolution if they continue to do this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised about that.
No, me neither. But anyone seen any good movies lately? Maybe we could talk about movie. Like I watched something on Netflix last night, and I can't remember what the movie was called.
No, I hate that, eh?
But
can't keep up the name with it.
I might have to go look at it on my phone to see what it was. But basically, it was this like 30-year-old chick who went home for Thanksgiving, and all of her other 30-something-year-old siblings were married and stuff, and she was like the loner at the table. And her family made it their hell-bent, God's-given mission to find her a date that holiday season, and they did. And these two people wound up getting together and staying together. But it was all because the family actually did something about it, which I think is kind of weird, but it was a good storyline.
What's the movie called?
Oh, man. I know people who can relate to that situation, by the way. Big families, and they're the loner out.
I know, it sucks.
You get used to it.
You sure do.
I didn't want to say anything, Mike, but I think you know better than some people.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you for pointing that out.
Because of cousins of yours. I didn't say it was you.
Right, Zach, you have a name of it?
I didn't say it was you, Mike. I could be talking about your cousins.
Hey, I don't think you know any of my cousins, man.
I've heard about your cousins. Do I know any of your cousins? Maybe I do. I don't know.
I don't. Maybe. I don't think so.
I mean, I've known you a long time.
Yep.
The movie was called Holiday. It was a Netflix original film. And I would recommend watching it if you have some time to kill. It's pretty good.
You know what movie I do want to watch is Tenet. It's out on. It's out now. I don't think it's on Netflix yet. Inception, the other big movie that's kind of related to Tenet, same producers. I watched that not too long ago, so I'd like to watch Tenet now.
Yeah, Anton, have you watched any good movies?
I watched the new Star Wars movie last year.
Like The Mandalorians?
Yeah, The Mandalorians.
Now, did you see that in theaters, or did you watch it like some other way?
Watched it on Disney Plus.
Did it not go to theaters?
Yeah, it did.
Oh. Have you gone to a theater since they opened before they closed again and all that other nonsense?
Nope. Yeah, I never got around to going to a theater.
Now I kind of wish I would have, because, well, they will be back, but we just...
It's just a matter of when.
Matter of time before we go back there.
Yep, wait and see what happens.
Yeah. So, that's that. So, besides the Star Wars movie, you watched anything?
Nope. I watched that show, Shameless.
Is that a Netflix show? I can't remember. I know I've heard of it.
That's
You heard of Shameless, Mike?
I've heard of it. I don't really know a whole lot about it, though.
Yeah.
You guys know what Shameless is? It's like
Not really.
You guys look it up. It's there's like 6 family members. It's like Will, don't know his last name is, who's on
Will what? Did you say Will?
Yeah, William, don't know his last name is. He plays dad Frank.
Does that sound familiar to you?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I mean, I've heard of that show, but I don't really know anything about it.
Wait, did I just ask you that? I'm sorry.
I've just heard of the title.
I think I just asked you that a moment ago and forgot. Or
you
did I?
Dumbass.
Is that what happened?
That is precisely what happened.
Oh, man. Sorry.
No worries, buddy. All good.
So, Anton, since this is your show, what topic do you want to go to next? Sorry, I've just been kind of narrating, but it is yours.
You guys want to talk about music?
Yeah, sure. Heard any good stuff lately? New stuff, old stuff, anything you've listened to? Who wants to go first? I'll go last.
Been listening to the new AC/DC album.
I haven't
Power
listened
Up.
to that yet. I do want to listen to that. Maybe I'll listen to that on my way home tonight.
Yeah, what's the name of it, Mike?
Power Up.
Power Up. Anton, is that Power Up?
Yeah, Power Up.
Power Up. Shit. Okay. Show some. Power Up. Did it come out 2020? I'm guessing.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder when.
And a new Truts Guy video came out in 2010. I remember that.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many albums their AC/DC has.
They have a lot. They most definitely have a lot.
So, how many albums do AC/DC have?
A lot.
Well, but how many? Do you know?
I don't know the exact number, but a lot.
Probably 17, I would say.
What's your favorite AC/DC album?
I don't know. For Those About to Rock is pretty good. A bunch of their old ones are pretty good.
The first one of theirs I ever owned, I have a few. I don't have probably as many as you, but the first one I ever bought was Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell is the last album that Bon Scott did.
Yeah, what's the name of the new guy's singer?
Brian Johnson.
Right. Now, do you prefer Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to compare the two because they are so different. I mean, there are people who really like Bon Scott. He was the classic who like Bon Scott. There are people who I know that really, really like Brian Johnson. And I find it's kind of hard to compare the two because they are quite a bit different. Like they sing like a totally different style. I mean, like AC/DC's style of music kind of changed a bit when they brought Bon Scott in. Like it's a lot more like kind of hard, kind of rhythmy rock, a lot more generic. I mean, I kind of hate to say that, but it is a lot more generic. I mean, it is good. But it was a lot more kind of bluesy when they had Bon Scott. It was definitely different. I mean, there definitely are similarities. I mean, like any song that was sung by Bon Scott, could have been sung by Brian Johnson and vice versa. But they definitely have different styles.
Yeah, Anton, do you like Bon Scott or Brian Johnson better? That would be Bon Scott being the original first one.
Yeah, my favorite song that Bon Scott did was "Let There Be Rock" by AC/DC. That was a good song to drum to.
Any vocals or songs that Brian Johnson did, and that would be after Highway to Hell, was not Black Ice. Was that the name of the album?
Yeah, I think the first album after Highway to Hell was Back in Black.
Back in Black, you know that one. So, what would be your favorite Brian Johnson one that's after Bon Scott's timely passing?
That's a tough one.
I would have to say Back in Black, actually. Not just because he just said the first came to mind, but that's a really good. And those two actually do sound kind of similar in ways, you think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely have their similarities, but they have their differences. Bon Scott, Brian Johnson, when I first heard Brian Johnson, I'm like, that sounds like my mom and she's angry.
But I mean, they do sound. I mean, they picked Brian Johnson for a reason because he sounds a lot like Bon Scott.
Yeah, and I think Brian Johnson was originally their driver. Because I mean, like Brian Johnson, like he's a big car guy. There's a show actually called Cars That Rock.
Oh yeah, really?
And it's all just about like the different types of cars and supercars. And
is that an internet show or?
I think it was on TV at some point. I know like you can find episodes of it on the internet. But
nice.
I mean, like Brian Johnson was the host of that show. Nice. And Brian Johnson has done some stuff with with Top Gear. So there's you see like Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond, they're interviewing Brian Johnson, and Brian Johnson goes out for a lap around the track. So I mean, Brian Johnson's a big car guy, so that's another kind of cool thing that Brian Johnson does, kind of besides AC/DC. I mean, he can't really do AC/DC anymore. He can do the albums, but he can't really do live shows anymore. So
because he's losing his hair and on stage, it sucks for him.
What does him losing his hair have to do with anything with his voice?
Losing his hearing?
Oh, what did you say?
Not using his hearing.
Oh, they said losing his hair, and I'm like, what's that got to do with it?
Yeah, he's losing his hearing, and I think his doctor told him, Like I think
didn't
he might
know
have
he
been
was
actually seeing like an audiologist. Actually, I don't know if it was just his doctor.
I didn't know
or
he
an
was losing his
audiologist.
hearing.
Yeah, he was seeing, but whoever the doctor was, the doctor said, "You do one more live show, you risk going fully permanently deaf." And Brian Johnson's like, "Yeah, I don't want to fucking go deaf." So,
well, he's probably already well on the road there, unfortunately.
yeah, I mean, I'm surprised all the members of AC/DC aren't completely deaf.
Well, especially back in the day when, excuse me, I think it's now, I could be wrong, but I think nowadays, don't artists tend to wear earplugs or
that's
ear monitors, but even those kind of dampen the sound from the audience, don't they? I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but isn't that what
if
they
if you guys want to know what in-ear monitors, that's your own mix of your own voice. If you guys don't know about that,
well, yeah, and you can hear it in a way that the audience cannot, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's made for your enjoyment, not that of the audience. So that's that. But yeah, back in the day, I don't think they wore any kind of ear protection on stage, but don't they now?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it just depends on the artist.
Well, yeah, you're right. Like, especially, heavy metal groups and people like that, it must be really...
I'd imagine they probably have to wear ear protection. Otherwise
yeah,
they
like
go deaf pretty quick.
back in the 80s, Metallica didn't wear any, and back in their.
Do any of those guys have hearing problems now?
Lars does. He has raining in his ears.
Tinnitus. Yeah, I mean,
what's tinnitus?
Have you ever been in a quiet room and then your ear is going?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, have you ever had your ear do that?
Have you ever had that?
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah, like
yeah,
my ears do that. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's ringing in the ear.
Well, do you know if there's like, and again, most of this stuff is pre-COVID that we're talking about with these shows and everything, and after COVID. God knows when it's going to be. But don't get me started on that. But anyway, my question is, do some cities, when it comes to concerts, indoor or outdoor, do they have bylaws on the noise? Does anybody know? I don't really know the answer to this question, but...
Yeah, I mean, like noise pollution laws.
Well, but indoor, I just don't know. How do you...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like for indoor, I mean, like I think the point of noise pollution laws is it's late at night, people are sleeping. You don't want a bunch of, loud, disturbing noise around. I'm not quite sure what it is for the laws necessarily would be for inside the building, but there are definitely like when the building is first engineered, like there are acoustic engineers inside the building, because obviously if you're having like a venue that's made for very loud concerts, it has to be able to kind of withstand vibrations from like very loud sound for like extended periods of time. It also has to be designed so that it won't be like super loud when it gets back onto your ears from it bouncing off walls. I mean that's all shit that they design into these buildings.
Right. Anton, I know that you do. I think we talked earlier in the show about how you have done and will do again sports events, Flames games at the domes and at the dome, not domes plural, but dome, things of that nature. You've also done work for the Stamps, right?
Mm-hmm. I have.
Have you heard any word about that as far as skeleton crews or anything?
No, I haven't heard any news yet about that stuff. Never had any news about that yet.
Here's what made no sense to me, guys, is in the Flames. Let me try that again. All the hockey teams can play. Just kind of weigh in on this if you feel like it. All the hockey teams can play their own, in-country divisions, and I believe that... is sure okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I think they can play their own divisions within their own countries, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Canada can do stuff, U.S. can do stuff, but right now they can't mix, which is odd because they did in the summertime, but things were more loose in the summertime, so it doesn't really surprise me in some ways. But anyway, where was I going with that? NFL can play, but for some reason, the two sports that are mainly outside, which is baseball and CFL football, for some reason they went, nope, okay, that's where we draw the line. They can't play their teams. Doesn't make any sense. They're playing outside. What do you guys think?
I know.
Who knows?
Does it make any sense to you that they said?
I mean, it's not even like the baseball season right now. I mean, nobody's really interested in the CFL anyway.
Oh wait, I stand corrected. The baseball teams did play, but very limited basis, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, like it's just not baseball season right now.
Well, no, but with the CFL this summer, I guess is what I'm getting at. You know, they weren't allowed to play, but indoor hockey games go ahead. I for the life of me, without trying to make that a political issue, even though the politicians are the ones that decide it, how come that is? I just don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense with that stuff, that's for sure.
Like, really, who makes these decisions?
Nothing about this pandemic makes sense, Zach.
No, but yeah, you're right.
And I just said that completely outside of my professional radio voice.
Yeah, well, it's hard to say that professionally, isn't it?
I know, right?
So, 30 minutes. I think we'll do 45 minutes to an hour. I'm not exactly sure. We're just having fun, aren't we? I mean, I think this is sort of a fun podcast we're doing.
Yeah, first episode.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Here's something we could talk about. So, Anton, you have this dog, right? What kind of dog is it?
It's Klaus is a black Labradoodle.
Is he mixed with anything or just a black? He looks just like a black Labradoodle to me.
Yep. You guys know the...
Doesn't he have a bit of Rottweiler in him?
Yep,
yeah.
Rottweiler.
Yep. Oh, does he? That kind of scares me a little bit. Aren't they like really violent?
No, not Rottweilers. Rottweilers are fine.
If you guys want to know the name Klaus came from, it's from the show American Dad. It's that German first American Dad.
Really?
That's the name I picked.
Interesting.
Yep. Anytime you hear about pit bull or Rottweiler or Doberman attacks, it's all just has to do with stupid people adopting dogs. That's basically what it comes down to. I mean,
and you know how much I love watching. You're gonna find out how this ties into it in a minute, but you know how I enjoy watching Judge Judy a lot, and you enjoy it. We've enjoyed it over the years.
Oh yeah, me too. All three of us have
been on for like 20 years, and she's retiring after the season, guys. It's actually kind of sad to watch that go.
Yeah.
But oh wait, she is starting a new show called Judy Justice, from what I read online. But I don't know. I do know that the show Judge Judy is retiring, but apparently I think Officer Bird is going to follow her to the new show Judy Justice, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, but all the three of us should watch it sometime.
But here's how this ties in. Mike, have you ever seen a case of hers where somebody goes on with a pit bull or Rottweiler incident and she just rips into them for owning one of these dogs? I've seen a few episodes like this.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times, and she always says, and I'm about to do the very thing that she says not to do, but she says, don't write me, don't email me or anything like that. All you pit bull defenders and lovers, you own dangerous dogs, and it's just in their nature that they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, she's incorrect.
Yep, that's.
She doesn't know anything about dogs, then, does she?
Well, she does. She's had many different types of dogs over the years. Matter of fact, she's brought them in and out of the studio a few times. Like, I've watched enough episodes to know that sometimes the dogs will run around with their taping, and you'll get a little glimpse of it.
Yeah, but like that, like the whole thing, like what people say about pit bulls being dangerous, that's a lie. That's a hoax.
So basically, what you're insinuating or directly saying is that it all depends on how they're trained.
Yep, it's if the dog is a violent, aggressive dog, it's the human's fault.
Yeah,
that's the basic gist of it. Is it's the human's fault if the dog is dangerous or aggressive.
Okay, well, I just. She is like a big name and somebody who I look up to and all this. But I don't know. I mean, for a lot of years and up to now, I guess I've shared her opinion on pit bulls and Rottweilers, but maybe I need to educate myself better. Pit
bulls have a strong drive, but if they're trained properly and raised properly by the right owner, they'll be fine. A lot of the times, it's because, it gets in the hands of the wrong owner. Before, when the dog was a puppy, it was probably picked up by somebody who was trying either, to run a dog fighting ring or just wanted to have a tough guy dog around and didn't want to bother doing any training of the dog. So there's that problem. Then eventually the dog, gets out of that because the person either gets rescued from the fighting ring it was in, or it's that person, realizes how much it sucks to own a dog. So they just kind of dump the dog off at the side, and then, it gets rescued and everything, and then just shipped off to the next home. And then that person doesn't know how to train or what to do with the dog either. So, eventually that's just what's going to happen. And the thing is, like, there's a lot of dogs, like dog attacks that happen, dog bites that happen all the time. But I mean, actually, really on average, somebody's being bitten by a dog like every 10 seconds. So somebody's getting bitten by a dog every 10 seconds.
And you mean a bad bite?
Yeah, like a person getting bit, and then let's say 1 out of 5 of those people have to go to the hospital, and there'd be 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds, somebody getting bit. But the only time the media is going to say anything about it is if it's a pit bull.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe you have a point that makes a good story. Yeah,
because of course that's what the viewers want to hear. I mean, I saw one pit bull owner on my Facebook who is talking about pit bull bans, and he said that, if this city tries to ban pit bulls, he'll say the same thing that some people say with guns. He'd say, "You want my pit bull? Come fucking get him."
I know, right?
He'll fucking bite your face off, man.
So Anton, your dog is here basically for, and this is also an interesting counter argument too. This is an interesting counter argument. We can hear when you do that. This is an interesting counter argument to. I guess the whole thing that I've been thinking that Rottweilers. You said your dog is part Rottweiler, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's here to be a support dog to you, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
So if it's here to be a support dog to you, but they're dangerous, maybe Mike has a point, and it kind of does counter out some of these stories and arguments I've been hearing from celebrities and others, right? Maybe it does.
The thing is, celebrities, the only thing celebrities ever say is what the media wants people to think.
Or what their celebrity friends have told them.
Yeah, what their celebrity friends have told them. But the thing is, celebrities are usually uneducated fucking idiots. Well, that's the vast majority of celebrities. Like, remember when...
I mean, Judy's certainly not, but,
I know her.
She's actually one of the few celebrities with half a brain in her head. I've sort of figured that out. I mean, she didn't start off being a celebrity, so that helps.
Yeah, exactly. You look at some of these Hollywood celebrities, it's just like, holy God, like how disconnected from reality are you?
Yeah, like look at people like Rosie O'Donnell. I got to be careful what I say here, but basically everything is the fault of the current people in charge, and the people in charge before never did anything wrong. No, everybody's got their faults, is what I think. Every affiliation, every people, they've all got good and bad about them.
Yeah.
And really.
Yeah, it's I can't like these like huge celebrities like Taylor Swift, Kanye West. Like, I wonder what it's like to be Taylor Swift. Like, I wonder what it's like inside her consciousness and inside her mind.
Well, I don't know if there's a whole lot going on up there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably not. There's probably most of the time you look in her brain and there's no one home up there.
She's nice to look at, I'll say that.
Yes, she is that.
But her and I don't, well, again, I got to be careful, but her and I don't agree on world issues for the most part. I'll just say that.
All right, Mike, what cards do you have in your hand, by the way?
Yeah, what is that?
Right, the Roadcaster Pro.
The Roadcaster Pro cards. Okay.
Yes, the Roadcaster Pro cards.
By the way, Mike, I can hear your microphone really well. Can you hear yours really good?
I can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Wait, I think my mic levels are higher. Oh, wait, no. I'm on 2. You're on, I think yours might be a little hot. Anton, yours is down more than it should be. I'm going to turn yours up a little bit. How's that?
Pretty good, Zach.
Did it just get louder when I did that? I'm controlling the board in case you haven't figured it out yet. You people that are listening on the air. Mike, what does your shirt say? I've been looking at it, but
It says I'm big in Japan.
Are you?
Oh yeah, very.
What do they like about you in Japan?
Well, in case you can't see the picture here, I'm a big dinosaur.
Are you that old?
Yes.
You hide it well.
Did he get that?
I know, don't I do a good job?
How old are you?
I am... How old am I? I am 380,000 years old.
Oh, boy. You know. Oh, that's something. You can still walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, isn't it
so you're not a human being then. You're a dinosaur.
No, I'm a human. I'm just 380,000 years old.
So you were around before BC time.
Yes, I was. I was also around before BC.
Yeah, and we're talking about before Christ, not the province of British Columbia, just in case
I was alive before both. I was alive before both Christ and before British Columbia.
Yeah, some might argue that you're the one. If it weren't for you, there would be no universe.
I mean, I remember when dinosaurs were invented.
Yeah, hence the dinosaur on your shirt. That was a friend of yours. What was his name?
Oh, he was a good dinosaur. His name was Godzilla. He was a good guy.
Aren't some alligators
show to watch.
Aren't some alligators dinosaurs though?
No, birds. Alligators are kind of descended, but technically birds are.
So dinosaurs haven't really gone extinct then, have they?
Not well, most of them have, but sort of. I guess not.
Maybe.
It's the only little bit of dinosaur that's left.
Yeah. So we talked about movies. How about we go to what is the best concert you've ever seen in your lifetime, and kind of what time around was it? I've seen a few. Who wants to go first? I'll go last, just like I always do with these questions.
I'd have to say the AC/DC concert.
What year was it?
What
year? Really?
2014.
2004. Now,
I think
2014. Was this before or after you and I went to Edmonton, September of 2014? I want to say it was before, but no, it was okay. But the listeners don't want
to. I think after.
I enjoy that game, but I don't think the listeners do.
Well, they better.
Why not?
Actually, answer one more question. Sorry, repeat the answer without doing that.
All right. What's the question?
Was it before or after the September 2014?
It was after. I think it was after. I think.
But it was an outdoor concert. Wouldn't it have been a little cold?
It was.
It was cold?
Very cold.
It was colder than...
it was colder than your butt.
It's colder than the North Pole in January. No, not really.
Yes, indeed it was.
Okay, Anton, what about you? Your favorite show and when?
I saw Nickelback 10 times back in 2017.
You did not see them 10 times on the same tour, did?
No, on different shows I did.
But not in the same year, did you?
Nope.
Okay, when was the first time you saw them? What year?
The 2008.
2008 tour?
Mm-hmm.
What about after? You've seen them 10 times.
Mm-hmm. I have. Gonna see them again when I come back to Calgary after if they're allowed to at the Saddledome again.
Yeah, nice. What about a second follow up, like something very close to your second favorite? You and I have seen a lot of shows together.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say?
What shows have you seen, Zach?
No, you. What's your second favorite concert that you've seen?
George Thorogood and Destroyers.
When was that?
Pops, remember that? Remember you went to that show?
Yeah, the Nickelback concert.
Well, you said Nickelback, but I want to know what was... Guys, how about you both answer that question? What was your second favorite concert you've been to?
Mike, do you know?
I don't know.
You're dinking around with your watch. Not that it's
Yeah, no,
wrong.
sorry. I was reading something.
Yeah, it's okay.
No worries,
you have
buddy.
an Apple Watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard those things are not cheap, but they're really cool. Would I be right?
Yeah, they are not cheap, but they are really cool.
Have you ever accidentally... I forget who had this joke. I think it might have been Jay Leno, but he said he would never get an Apple Watch because he didn't want to accidentally penis dial somebody in a bathroom. He said, you thought butt dialing was bad. Oh, my God. Bob, I didn't mean to call you. I'm in the men's room. Yeah, I'll call you later, Bob.
Who is that?
Jay Leno.
He
That was a good
worried about
soul.
penis dialing somebody.
Well, with an Apple Watch, right? He said, you thought butt dialing was bad. Oh, my God. It's like, you don't want to accidentally penis dial somebody.
Yeah, I guess not.
Have you ever done that?
No.
That's a good show to watch.
That'd be funny.
Jared Leno show at your
Yeah, we did. We all went to Jay Leno, did we not?
Yep, we sure did.
That was a good show.
No, that was a good show.
So, anyway, second favorite concert, Mike. What would you say yours second favorite?
I don't know. Let's see. AC/DC, that was a good concert. I've been Rush was a really good concert. Slash was really, really good. Yeah, I mean,
Ever been to one you didn't like?
yes, I've been to a few metal concerts that were just like, meh.
Yeah. Well, I've certainly seen people who most are still alive, but of course some are dead. You can say the same.
Remember when you went to go see Elvis Presley live in concert?
Oh wait, I forgot. You're the 300. How old again?
Yeah, you remember you and me went that one year. Remember?
I'm not that old, dude.
No, we did. We did. It was back in '61. Remember that?
I think he was still in the army in '61. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. No, he was doing movies. He wasn't doing concerts in '61. I think he went back on the road from 1968 to 1977.
And then he died because he ate too many burgers.
Well, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories around his death, too, but
he also ate too many burgers.
Who was the president back then? Richard Nixon.
And
Nixon got, well...
And he died because he ate too many burgers.
I think... I don't know about that. He was like 220 pounds when he died. The funny thing is that back then they said, oh, he was so fat and all this. Well, today that's pretty normal weight, so obesity must have had a different idea back in those days.
Yep.
Maybe.
That's just what happens when people eat too many burgers.
Well, what about fried chicken and all that shit?
Yes, and those too, along with eating too many burgers.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys know, I had the double down from KFC back in...
How many double downs?
2 double downs there. You guys want to know, it is...
yeah, I know what a double down is. I've had them.
If anybody wants to know, it's 2 chicken breast, 2 chickens, and a cheese and sauce mixed together.
Yeah, it's really not good for you.
A lot of calories with that.
So where is it from?
KFC.
It sounds good.
You can die eating too many of those too, I'll tell you.
Too much fried chicken.
Yeah, looks like they're discontinued. Didn't want to air that.
Oh, well, why did they discontinue them? But were they just not popular, or did they add some new things to the menu? What happened?
No, not popular. Probably too many calories for people who cannot eat it too much.
Well, dude, KFC is not known for having low-calorie shit to start with, so... I
mean,
I think that was a big problem.
I mean, Zach over here eats too much KFC and definitely eats too many burgers. He eats like 300 burgers a day.
Yeah, that's why I only weigh 165 pounds. Because I eat too much. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
How do I maintain this weight if I eat that much?
By eating a lot of burgers.
That doesn't make sense. Guys, we're getting off track here. I think maybe we should Well, people might enjoy this silly banter, though. So anyway, my favorite concerts, I really enjoyed the 2 times I've seen Weird Al Yankovic. The first time I saw him with you.
Oh, yeah,
and I think you were there
one.
too, were you not, Mike?
Oh, yeah. I remember we went to that Weird Al Yankovic show.
And I also enjoyed all the Stomp and Tom concerts, obviously, from 2001, 2004, 2006 with you, and then 2010, the last time he came around. And, man, he did not look good the last show I saw him. And I knew he wasn't going to come back.
Who?
Stomp and Tom. Yeah, no, the last show I saw, I said, okay, he ain't coming back again.
Yeah, his liver is black as your jacket.
No, livers don't go black, lungs do.
Yeah, his lungs are pretty black.
He just ate
your jackets.
He was eating way too many burgers.
No,
and smoking too many cigarettes.
And drinking way too many beers.
And probably the occasional burger.
What's with you and the burgers now?
I don't know. But I have found a new obsession and I love it.
So what are you going to go eat after we're done here?
I don't know. Probably some Sapporo Ichiban.
What about the burgers?
What are you, nuts? That's disgusting.
Yeah, Sapporo Ichiban is so much better. You know
you
what?
Won't die from eating too much Sapporo Ichiban.
Actually, speaking about burgers, guys, I had McDonald's for the first time in a long time today. It was really good. Like,
how many burgers did you eat?
1.
How did you not die from that?
Which McDonald's you went to?
The one on 39th Avenue right by the train station.
Mm-hmm.
I was going down to Long and McCoy to pick up my guitar that was ready for pickup. And, it was... They finally fixed this crack that had been in it for a very long time. I got it back the first time, and they said they fixed the crack, but then it started to come undone like that day, which was really bad. Like the crack was opening again.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, well, this time they kept it for almost a month, and they fixed it properly, so I'm really happy about how the whole thing has turned out.
It's pretty good.
For sure. So... Mike, you just have the one Takamine guitar, right? Takamine?
Yeah, I need to buy a new guitar one of these days.
Yeah. Well, yours is okay. I mean, it works.
It works. I mean, I do like it. I mean, I usually play my electric more if I'm playing just, it's quieter.
Yeah.
Because if you have your earphones plugged into the amp, then it's nice and quiet.
I don't like doing that. I like the amp on, but I have to be quieter because of where I live. Like, I can't have stuff blasting like I used to.
That's nice.
But it is what it is. And I'm still I can have stuff.
Sure is.
I can have stuff louder than I would have been able to a few years back. Because I don't know, what was I saying? Oh yeah, because of where I live, it's an older building, so it's not like it's as impacted as it would be if it were a newer building. Quite happy about that. So anyway, I forgot where I was going with that.
No worries, buddy.
Basically, I can't be super loud, but I can be louder than I would have been able to if it were an older building. So, anyway, what have we talked about so far? Sports, movies, concerts, things like that, right? So...
Oh, yeah, dogs and cats. That's
right. So, I kind of got off that subject, didn't I? So, yeah, I definitely prefer cats, but I'm going to go on a whim here and say both of you are mostly dog people, right?
I'd say so, even though I'd still get a cat.
Sorry, buddy.
That's all right. So, anyway. Oh, man. I'm losing my train of thought a little bit, but let me try to get back. Oh, you zipped your fly up and you let everybody hear it?
Yep.
Okay. Why'd you do that?
Because I felt like it.
Alrighty then.
So, tell us, I'm curious because I know you still have a pilot's license, right?
Yeah, I haven't flown in a while, though.
Well, but you could still fly.
Yes.
So
I'd have to get recurrent, but yes, I could still fly.
Do you plan on doing that?
Well, I mean, considering it could probably cost me like $200 just to get recurrent.
Now, if you have a license and it's still valid, why do you have to get recurrent? I don't understand that industry. All I know is I fly, but I'm a passenger.
I mean, so say you've gone up with a pilot who hasn't flown in 2 years, And, like, I mean, you still have to get, recurrent with the airplane. So you got to tell the person, okay, so this is the speed we take off at. This is the speed we land at. This is the speed that we can have a certain flap extension at. This is the speed that we can go full control deflection at. This is the speed that absolutely the plane cannot go faster than. This is the amount of fuel that it'll use if we're flying at this RPM. Like there's a whole bunch of shit that you got to kind of refresh your memory with the plane. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of speeds with the planes that I've flown that I do not remember. Like I do not remember them at all.
So it sounds like it's not like driving. There's so much more to take in, and you just
there's a lot more to it than driving.
Oh yeah.
Well, and do you think it'll ever be less regulated to the? This may sound like a stupid question, but do you think that, how driving, it's regulated, but pretty much any idiot can figure out how to do it. Whereas with flying, no, they can't. But anyway, my question is, do you think they'll ever make smaller, more personal planes that are easier to fly and there won't be quite so many regulations? Do you think that could ever become the future? I've thought about that.
Yeah, it's called autopilot. Like a modern plane, I mean, if you get the right stuff for a plane, it can take off and land itself, basically.
Has that ever actually been done? Do you know where, like from start to finish, there's no pilots in the cockpit. They just let the damn thing go by itself from start to finish.
Yeah, but the pilots can set it to go from start to finish, but they'll just sit in the cockpit as the plane flies.
Really?
I mean, like there are like big planes now that like if you're on a really big jet and it's a smooth day, odds are the plane took off by itself. That the pilots didn't actually do it. They set the computers and then the computers did the takeoff and the computers are going to do the landing.
So when was the last time you did a flight up? Like, the last time you took off to go somewhere?
Like that I was flying the plane or just been like a passenger?
Both. I want to know each one.
I think the last time I was flying the plane was back like last February, maybe.
So that's February of 2020?
Yeah, like January, and then the last like plane that I've been on as a passenger was like early February 2020. I went to Victoria, and then before that, of course, it was Maui.
Right, which oddly enough, you can still go to Maui right now.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and I know
it's pretty crazy.
I won't get into my opinions on this matter, but going to Maui is fine. But apparently, if you're an elected official, you'll be fired for doing it, as some of our people were here in Alberta recently. Crazy. But then again, they make all these rules. They want us to stay home, and then they go and do these things. I understand the outrage, but at the same time, they didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah, it's crazy. It just makes them look very, very bad.
Yep, sure is.
Yeah. So, Anton, the other thing I was going to ask you about the camera work actually is, do you... Hang on a second. What are you trying to tell us? Mike's going to go for a minute, and I'm going to talk to... Are you going to come back?
Yeah, probably.
Are you coming back?
Yes.
Okay. He's just going to go for a minute.
I got some business to attend to.
Okay. We'll see you back here in a minute, will we?
Yes, we will.
Okay. I'm going to shut off his... just so that we don't get weird sounds coming from the room because of where he's set up. Anton, why don't I just talk to you for a minute? Because this is your show.
It is.
It is your show. What made you want to start wanting to run this show?
Have interests, do my own podcast, then here we go. I'm on a podcast.
I mean, I've sort of acted more as a host today, but I'm just trying to help make you comfortable with it, I guess. And for those of you who don't remember, I used to own or do a show myself, the Zach Hogan Show on SoundCloud. Now, if I'm not mistaken, my URL was soundcloud.com/Zachary-Hogan-98573551, or something 7620 was the second one, because my first account got banned because I was playing copyright material, and it's what happens. But not a big deal. You just make a new account when that happens. So, anyway, with the Dome, I keep getting sidetracked from this question.
No worries, buddy. All good.
So have you ever done lacrosse games when you've done the filming?
I have.
So you've done lacrosse games. I know you've done Flames games. Did you do any Flames games in 2020 right before this whole thing hit in March?
In February, that's once.
You did one in February?
Yep, last game in February.
I believe there was one game in the the first week of March, and then after that it went sideways.
Yeah, it went down the drain, that's for sure.
I went to hell in a handbasket. It's my favorite saying. But, I think we'll all come through this and come out the other end, hopefully very, very strong. I am
hopefully
getting
very, very soon. That's for sure, too.
Yeah, well, I hope that for your sake, too, so you can get back out there. I'm getting weary. I'm getting tired. I want everybody to be okay, but like I said, economically, there's a whole problem with that. And as far as people's other aspects of health go, there's an issue with that. And I just want to see us come out through the other side before too long. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I sure do.
And not having Mike here, it's sure a lot quieter. I hope he... Oh, he's down the hall. Don't ask, but he's down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, here... Man, I keep getting sidetracked. Here's my question. Have you ever done concerts? Done camera work for concerts at the Dome?
Not that I'll be interested for do a concert.
You haven't done concerts, but you've done sports events, including the Stamps. I know that too, but the concerts you have not done.
Nope. Probably that'd be pretty cool to do one.
What about the MRU show? I think the last time you and I were on any kind of a show, we were in the MRU studio in the spring of 2013. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's nice to be back doing something. I'm enjoying it. So just to put that into context, it's been 8 years since you and I have sat down and done something like this together.
Yeah, we should do this more often, this podcast.
Yeah, we should. So in 2013, you were on, what was the name of the radio station?
It was called the Shift Radio Station.
And could you get that station through regular FM radio? I'm trying to remember.
Probably not. It's online station.
Right, so people who tuned in, they could listen to the show online. I remember because we did have people tuning in that day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last show of your course, I believe, for that. And then the year afterwards, they changed the format, and I did not go back on. I was going to go on, but I didn't go on. Because your professor decided to do something different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just change the curriculum.
Something like that.
Did you get a different professor the last year?
I don't know, Zach. It's been a long time.
Oh, okay. See, I've got a weird memory for stuff. It's okay if you don't, but I just have. And then in 2015, there was MRU sports teams, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was before that even, and afterwards, and I'm sure there still is. But I remember I went with you one day because I was touring the campus, and you showed me around, and we were doing the video work. We were doing the video work for. Don't worry, I got your mic off. Mike's back. I've got your microphone off. Just so you can. Oh, here we go.
Hello.
So I was just talking to Anton here about. So in January, I want to say of 2015, we were just talking about how I went on his radio show a long time ago, Mike, in 2013. And anyway, so in January of 2015, we went, and if I'm not mistaken, the MRU hockey team was playing that day, the men's hockey team. One of the days when you went to go film it. And you showed me sort of how that works, right?
Yep, I did behind the scenes.
Well, do you remember taking me down that day and showing me sort of behind the scenes how everything works?
Oh yeah, that was did you had fun that day?
Oh yeah. And I remember I broke off to go find something to eat because I don't think I ate pretty much all that day until supper time or whatever.
No, you had a little bit of low blood sugar that day. Yeah,
I had this bad habit back then of waiting till really late in the day to eat, and then when I would eat, I would eat way too much at one time because I was really hungry. I try not to do that anymore. You ever done that, Mike, where you just don't eat, and then all of a sudden when you do eat, it's like just eat way too much and then your stomach hurts?
Oh, yeah, that's happened before.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. That's all I can say. So, anyways, I went down and I remember finding this Subway. Really weird memories I got. But I found this Subway somewhere in MRU, and it was the weekend, so most of the food court was closed, but I was able to find this open Subway somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the only issue I had with it, they had all the subs, including my favorite, which was the meatball marinara. But they didn't have the bread that I liked, which I ate Subway a lot back then. It was Italian herbs and cheese.
Yeah, and that's my favorite bread, too.
Yeah. Do you go there much?
I haven't been there in a while, but...
What's your favorite bread if you do get a sub?
Usually I get Italian.
Not Italian herbs and cheese? That's my favorite.
I get Italian herbs and cheese. So they didn't have Italian herbs and cheese, hey, Zach?
No, they just... matter of fact, I think all they had was the flatbread, so I had to settle for that. It was like a little complex that didn't have... No, the flatbread is kind of crummy. I don't know if you've had it, but I'd rather not use it if I don't have to.
Probably not.
Is it crummy as in it sucks, or crummy as it gives off a lot of crumbs, or both?
It sucks, and if you have it toasted, which I never do, but that can give off a lot of crumbs.
So it's both variations of the word crummy.
Yeah, it's very much a literal sense of it. But anyway, so I found the sub, and I came back to you. That was a long but good day, right?
Yeah, we had a good day.
But
you
were...
take the bus back together.
No, I think we got picked up, right?
Yep, we did.
And then the funny part was I just ate, and then I remember Betty took us to A&W.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I got food. I wasn't going to, but I got food, and then I was way too stuffed because I just ate, then I got more food, which I never do that, but she insisted on getting us all food, so.
Edie Hogan?
Yeah, and then I felt, and I said, I don't think I ate much the next day. I was so stuffed.
Is that a wise choice?
Probably
not really, no.
Probably feel sick next day.
Yeah, I did. So,
how much time we have left?
I don't know. That this thing can go on for as long as we want. Shoot. What was I gonna say? So, like, I never really took into account just how much it takes to be a pilot, all the stuff that goes along with it. And for the first year's pay for a company like Air Canada, when I first heard the salary, I thought it was pretty good, but now I realize they don't make a lot of money for their first year, do they?
Yeah, they don't. I mean, like, you have to be a pilot for quite a while to, like, really make any, like, reasonable pay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I do want to get back into flying and all that, but it's just at this point, it's just, like, not really feasible. At least not right now. I mean, like, if I were to look into that, I would probably look into it during the summer, if I am to look into that at all.
Well, in the winter, in the middle of a pandemic, I don't really know how worth it is, considering they're all laid off to start with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah, both.
They, I mean, like, right, like at the, like, I remember in March, like, it was kind of locked down, so I decided just to go take a little drive. So I drove to the airport and back, but there was this one runway. It just had a bunch of just parked planes just sitting there. Just all these planes that weren't being used. There were probably like 20 planes just sitting there.
That's nuts. But, you go by the airport now, like I work right, like basically the airport is my backyard. I can see where the planes are on Arrow Drive there. And it seems like, Pier Later is. So, most of the time I see them parked. And most of them are parked most of the time. It's, maybe you can attest to this. I know you can. The airline industry right now, they're in pretty dire freaking straits, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are going to be getting into dire straits. So, like, did you hear that?
Aren't they already in dire straits?
Well, there was this whole thing with the 737 MAX that happened before the pandemic. That didn't help things along. Well, no, and now with this whole pandemic, and all the airlines are retiring their 747s now. There's no more 747s.
But was that already planned, or was this just something they did because of the pandemic?
Well, I mean, I think the pandemic kind of sealed it. I mean, they were going to be retiring the 747s at some point anyways, but I think the pandemic kind of sped that process up.
It streamlined that sort of.
Yeah.
It
It did for sure.
It got it going much quicker than they thought.
That's pretty crazy. That's
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, Nat. Anton, like I said, we hope to see you back working the game soon, and I'd like to see you. You know how when there's a concert at the Dome, they have all those cameras, like I was saying?
Mm-hmm.
My hope for you is that pretty soon you become one of the camera operators.
That'd be awesome.
You know, wouldn't you like to see him, like...
you know, it'd be cool, Anton, like, would you ever get to do this? You know how, like, there's, like, the 4 main cameras there that broadcast to TVs?
Yep, on the deck.
Do you think you'll get to operate one of those cameras sometime?
Yep, pretty soon.
That would be cool to see you doing that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a pretty cool job to do.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing him back in action. You know,
yeah, I miss
pretty soon. I mean, Mike and I are pretty safe when it comes to work right now, aren't we? Because we're both in like warehouse positions. You know, those aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we're both essential workers, which is really nice.
Well, I don't know who decided all this nonsense about essential and non-essential anyway, or why they did it. I question it, but I don't know. I guess I'm just glad that I'm in the essential category.
Yep, I'm glad to be working, for sure. I'm definitely glad to be working.
Yep. Anton, since this is your show, what would you like to do?
Probably call it a night.
Would you like to close the show?
Right. I want to say thanks for joining the Anton Gasper podcast, and I want to thank my buddies, my 2 good friends, Zach and Mike. Thanks for coming on my show, you guys.
Thanks for having me, Anton.
Well, do you think we'll do more of these at some point?
Yes, do more of these.
I'm sure we will.
Where can people hear this show? I think on SoundCloud, right? Because
everybody can hear this on Spotify, iTunes.
Are you going to upload it on that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In case you haven't figured it out, we're pre-recording this, and you will listen today, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Well, by the way, I didn't address what today is. It's January 17th, 2020. Oh, actually, something I wanted to say.
It's 2021 now.
So, yeah, 2021.
Back in 21, it was the roaring 20s.
What was it?
Back in 21, it was the COVID pandemic.
Well, 1921 sounds a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that the Roaring Twenties happened just after a worldwide pandemic known as the Spanish flu.
Maybe the Roaring Twenties will start around 2023 or so.
Please don't hold the cord like that. So you think the Roaring Twenties might start in 23?
Yeah, let's say 2023 is when the Roaring Twenties will start.
Yeah. Is there a song you want to take us out on that I could look up? Something fun you want to do, Anton?
I don't know, Zach. Pick one.
I don't know. Let's find something. Let's find something that is fun. So I'm getting a little tired. So if you start to hear me go down,
if you guys down for next Sunday, if you guys down next weekend,
sounds good to me.
Okay, this is the Wanted with "We Own the Night" to take us out. Tonight we own the night, which I think we'll be singing a lot of this summertime when we have a lot of legendary nights out to make up for the lunacy that was last summer, right?
Of course, definitely.
2021, I hope it's a better year, and I want everyone out there to stay safe, and you want to take us out?
Right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, and I hope we do more. So we can, this will be all over. I think we've got a new thing going here.
You sure do.
I hope so.
Thank
you. Thank you, guys. Oh, you were saying something?
If you guys want to follow me on my social media is Anton R. Gasper. That's my handle on all of my social media.
And I'll consider restarting the Zach Hogan podcast that was ended in late 2018. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Mike is just playing with his cool watch here as we go off the air. Man, if I got one of those watches, I don't know if I'd ever stop using it. Maybe that's one of the reasons I don't want to do that. But Mike, I have a question if you've got a second, so our listeners can hear this. Mike, how much did those we don't mind, but how expensive are those fucking watches? I'm just
I
curious.
think this one was like $300.
$300 for a watch.
Yep.
So I asked the guy very politely.
How do you sleep at night, you little prick?
That's what I'd want to know too. So anyway, guys, this song is called Tonight We Own the Night. And I remember first time I heard it in 2016, it was just before Stampede happened, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, this is going to be a legendary day, folks. So I'm hoping that 2021, we have something like that going on
We'll
again.
see what happens this summer with the Stampede and Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Let's hope 2021 is a good year. Even though personally I don't think it will be, but let's hope it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. And you're still big in Japan.
Very.
Oh, yeah.
Japanese dinosaurs making a comeback.
You got that right.
Right? Japanese dinosaurs are making a comeback, aren't they, Mike?
They definitely are.
That's a hard yes, buddy, isn't it?
Yep. As soon as the song is over, we're gone. Beyond the night. Tonight. Beyond the night. Yeah, thank you. We did an awesome show, guys. I want you all to be proud of this.
It was a good show for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for a first show, I think probably first of many, but see.
This was like a test show, sort of.
Well, this one we're going to upload.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the Anton Gasper podcast. It's me, Zach Hogan.
Hello, hello. How y'all doing? We got a good show today, don't we?
Yep, sure do. All right, Zach, what do you want to talk about today?
I think you had a topic in mind, but I'm just trying to remember what it was. What were you going to talk about? Forget.
The NHL playoffs.
Oh yeah, the NHL playoffs. How's Calgary doing in that?
They're doing good. They won last night, 5-2 over the Vancouver Canucks.
So Canucks scored 2, Calgary scored. That's pretty good.
It sure is.
Sure is. So yeah, good job, Flames.
That's correct.
Yeah. So from that, listen to any good CDs or albums lately?
I've been listening to the new Nickelback album, Feed the Machine.
Feed the Machine. Yeah, it's wait, is that the newest album? Because it's not that new if it is.
Yeah, it's the newest album.
Wait. Oh my god, wasn't that like 2015 or 16's release?
Yep, something like that.
Oh. What was the newest album you've listened to? Like
Power Up by AC/DC.
was that last year? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So what's on the agenda for today?
If you guys want to find my podcast, it's on Spotify. Search up the Anton Gasper podcast.
Yeah. Very, very good. And also look for the return of the Zach Hogan show, if I could give a plug.
Yep, go right ahead, buddy.
The Zach Hogan show on SoundCloud has returned for one special episode. It is a friend of the Anton Gasper show. The Zach Hogan show, the special Sunday, January 17th, 2021 edition. Half-hour podcast. Look up Zach Hogan show on SoundCloud and you will find it there. That is, of course, the Zach Hogan show.
What's your if you're able to search on your SoundCloud, what's your username on there?
My username my username on. Oh gosh, I can't remember the exact link, but I would say my username. Just look up Zach Hogan Show January 17th, 2021. You'll find it there. That's about as best as I can tell you. All right, what are we talking about next? We sort of discussed music and sports. What else?
About any kind of concerts. I heard the French Prince is gonna come to the HBO Max.
So we're not talking about in-person concerts, Ed.
Hope not yet.
No? Just what, virtual concerts?
Yep, something like that.
Oh, my phone's... What the hell's going on with... Oh. By the way, if you're hearing some rattling around...
That's my dog Klaus, everybody.
Yeah, that's the dog Klaus upstairs. Klaus is upstairs, pissing around, fucking around, whatever. You know, just being a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he? He's just being a dog.
If you guys want to find me on my social media, is at Anton Gasper. That's all my social media.
That's right. Hey, so are you up to any cool projects lately? I know that you've been doing some sort of schoolwork, but tell us about this new company that we've talked a little bit about that you're a part of and what they do.
It's called Remo.
Oh, tell us about it.
Remo is a... I'm on the website. Remo is a...
It's a good website. It's a good website. But sorry, tell me more about it. What is Remo?
Remo is like a conference website. It's all different. It's like Remo. It's like Zoom. It's like a press conference. There's a like a virtual office in your own. You can go to tables, all of that stuff. There's...
Very cool. Okay, what... I'm just curious, Anton, what else is on... What's on the agenda for this edition of your show?
Let you, Zach.
It's your show. What are we doing?
It's all... Have you guys watched any have you watched any of the NHL hockey last couple of days?
We just talked about that.
About movies, have you watched any?
Yeah, I watched something on Netflix. Not too long ago. Although for the life of me, I can't remember what it was.
What's you tell me about Ron White, Windsor. How many times you met Ron White?
How many times what?
Have you met Ron? Have you seen Ron White?
I met him once in Vancouver in May of 2020. I think that was May 20th, 2020. I took a trip from Calgary to Vancouver on a Greyhound, which sadly does not serve Western Canada anymore.
Yeah, it discontinues.
Yeah, but back in 2016, I took a bus tour, which took about 14 hours to get from here to Vancouver, but it was a really fun thing to do. And so I did that, and I met him that day. It was fun. And then I went to Seattle for
That's pretty cool.
Went to Seattle the next day for like 3 days, and then I went on the long journey home from Seattle back to Vancouver, and then from Vancouver back to Calgary. Long time on the bus tour, but it was fun. You know, I have no regrets about doing it. It was fun. So the number of times I've seen him, let's see. Yeah, I've been to 6 of his shows.
That's crazy. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. Be back in a couple, be back like 2 minutes.
Hello, and we're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
All right. What's the topic of the hour, good host, Mr. Host?
Yes, talk about lacrosse.
Tell us what. Yeah, I think you know more about this topic than I do, and I'm interested in it. You've done filming for lacrosse games before, have you not?
Yep. At the Shosabank Saddledom. That's where the Calgary Roughnecks play.
And just tell for the folks who don't know, what do you do there?
I did the field camera. I did the center ice for the face-off for the Roughnecks, Calgary Roughnecks.
Very cool. Very cool. See, you did that for the Roughnecks. You've also done hockey games. You've done sports events, and also for the Calgary Stamps. Did you do camera work for the Calgary Folk Fest for the big screen? What did you do there?
I did. I was a security guard at the Calgary Folk Fest like 2 years ago.
Well, but I think the interesting part about that job was, what part of the thing were you guarding to stop people from crossing in? Because a lot of people would think that, you were just by default that you were guarding the main gate, but I don't think that's what it was. What were you guarding?
I was roving. It's, if you guys don't know, it's where you walk around the park, make sure everybody doesn't do anything once you get you off the park immediately.
So you weren't I thought you were guarding the river, but was that no? You weren't guarding the river?
Yeah, I was walking by the river pass.
Well, because people, what would they do, right? They would try to come in through the river, if I'm not mistaken. Did you ever catch anybody doing that?
Yep, sure did. Like a couple rafters.
But they were trying to get in the festival for free by crossing the river.
That's correct.
And how did you stop it?
I asked them to, when my partner asked them to leave by the main gate.
So by the river, you found a way to make them not cross? Is that right?
Yeah, they were rafting by the Bow. They were rafting on the Bow River.
Yeah. Wait, was the rafting not allowed, or was them trying to get in the festival without paying not allowed?
Without them getting in the festival, it's not allowed.
Yeah, they have to go through the main gate with a ticket or pay. Right. That's what I thought. And I thought I'd talk about that because sometimes when people hear security, they automatically think, oh, this guy must be by the front gate. But you weren't by the front gate. You weren't by the front gate.
Nope, wasn't.
Yeah. So, did you get to meet any of the artists?
Nope.
No? Were you not allowed backstage?
Nope. You have to be on a different crew for that.
Oh, see, I thought that everybody who worked for the festival was allowed backstage, but I guess I'd be wrong about that, huh?
Yep, that's correct.
What year was this? 2016, 17, 18? I can't remember now.
2019.
Oh. Really? So, did you go for the whole 4 days?
3 days at a Sam's game, had to work.
Oh, but you were out all 4 days doing different things.
Yep, it's good. It's good workout when you're doing the festival 4 days. It's lose pretty good weight from walking.
Yeah, well, yeah. For one thing, you're walking out in the hot sun, which I would think would. I mean, they always say it's easier to lose weight in the summertime, isn't it?
That's correct.
Well, yes and no. I mean, there's some people that like to eat and drink a lot in the summer, so that doesn't help them, I guess. But these things, they are what they are. But it is interesting to hear you talk about your experiences. I went to the folk festival once.
Did you see Sup and Tom there at the
I
Calgary
did.
Folk Fest?
I did in 2004.
How old were you in 2004?
I would have been 9 because it wasn't November yet. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I was born in 94. So
That's a pretty long It's almost like 16 years.
What? At this point? No, it's longer than that. Oh, you mean since the festival?
Yeah, since last time you saw Sop and Tom.
No, the last time I saw him was in 2010 actually. When he came to the Jubilee Auditorium.
Like almost like 10 or 11 years ago. I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to connect my device to this thing. I'd like to play a clip from the folk festival that I have on my. Just bear with us for a second. If it doesn't work, here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to play a clip from 2004 from that day at the Calgary Folk Festival that happens to be on my YouTube page. And at the beginning, you can hear the guy introducing Tom and then Tom talking as he walks on the stage. Again, if I can get it up.
If not, it is what it is.
Yeah. But I think if I just look for it for a second, I'll be able to hopefully get it.
Yep.
Like my burping. Sometimes he'll say to me if I toot or something, you want me to shove a cork up your arse? That's what you say to me, isn't it? What?
All right.
Now let me. I think I got it. I got it. This is him walking on the stage. Folkfest 04.
How many people were there?
If you look very closely, Anton, you'll be able to see it.
Oh yeah.
You kind of see him vaguely walking. Now keep in mind I couldn't zoom in, so it was kind of crummy, but
No worries, buddy. All good.
listen to what he says.
Oh, what he said exactly.
Listen again. Turn it up. Did you hear it that time?
Oh yeah.
He said they told me that there was only going to be, 10 people here today.
Which will be like 100 people.
Oh, no, there was probably as many people as you would have seen. Maybe even more. I mean, was it a busy festival when you went?
Oh yeah, sure was.
Did you enjoy that little thing I just played of Tom saying, they told me there was only going to be 10 people here today, man. Like,
Yeah, I saw I heard Bob Saint-Barry.
by the way, the guy introducing Tom there in that clip I played, he's the late Bob McNevin was his name. He was also on Tom's 1993 tour with a band called the Whiskey Jack, led by a guy who wrote a book about his experiences on that tour named Duncan Fremlin. But anyway, that guy's name was Bob McNevin, just in case anybody was curious. Anyway, who did you see at the festival when you were there?
I saw Bob Saint-Barry. I saw a Blue Rodeo and a couple of others.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that sounds... do you remember who the others might have been?
I saw somebody from in Toronto somewhere, but I don't remember the name.
From someone,
Exactly.
someone from somewhere in Toronto somewhere, though?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, folks, this is the second episode of the Anton Gasper podcast, as we've said.
Thanks.
Sadly, Mike Tapuska is not with us this time,
He will be on the next episode.
we think.
This is your host, Anton Gasper, and Zach Hogan.
Yeah, thank you. How long of a show are we doing today, host?
How long do you want to go for?
Your show. You tell me.
Go like more 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, so after the pandemic is over, this is something we could talk about. After the pandemic is over, what is the first thing you'd like to get back to doing that you can't do properly right? There's some things you can do properly now, but what is there something that you'd like to be able to do properly that you haven't been able to do since March?
Probably work at Saddle Dome. Probably go back to the restaurants.
Go back to the restaurants. What about, go back to the bars for games and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll go back to the bars plus probably Flames games. Probably was football games.
Very nice.
And watch Team Canada games too.
Yeah. What? Do you have any idea when the playoffs are supposed to be over? This is a rather confusing season. Maybe you can help me break this down because I don't really understand.
It's like May or June, I believe, but it's hard to say with that.
It's hard to say, but you still think around the same time. Didn't they shorten the number of games in this season? I don't know, but I heard that.
Yeah, they had like 30 games.
And what's a typical season? The amount of games?
It's like and then it's at 48 games.
48 or 40?
40.
So they have how many in this one?
40.
No. In this season.
And regular season, they had like almost 59.
So almost 59 games, and in this season they have
40 games.
Okay. Well, that would explain, I guess, why they were able to start up later, but still end the season relatively around the same amount of time. Now, in this season, one thing I'm also confused about, I think the answer is no, but maybe you can clarify this for me. Can Canadian teams and American teams play can Calgary play Boston? Can Edmonton play Buffalo? Or can Toronto play, I don't know.
They cannot because it's the borders closed.
What? Okay, one thing I'm confused about is during the summer, during the end of that season, they were able to actually get some American teams in this country or get some of our teams out there to play. Oh, wait, no, it was Edmonton, Toronto, wasn't it? Two big spots.
Something like that.
Well, yeah, but how come they could get those two teams, get American teams out to Toronto or Edmonton, but now, now we can't get them in here to play? Why that change? Maybe you can break this down better than I. Maybe you can break this down better than I can. That's what I meant there.
Well, it's pretty good question. It's you guys don't know
Well, do you know?
You have to take a passport to go to a different city on the NHL.
What can you break that? What does that mean?
All the NHL teams travel by plane. All the close teams travel by bus.
Okay. What about Eastern and Western Canadian divisions? Like, can Calgary play Toronto right now and things like that?
I believe they're playing on the weekend on Sunday.
But can Calgary play the East Coast teams? Can the West play the East, or is that even restricted?
You can.
They can?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the Western Division.
So, nationwide, the teams can play together. Like, play each other.
Yeah, only the Canadian teams. So
Well, yeah. So the Canadian teams cannot play the American teams, but they can play each other, though.
Yep, in the U.S.
Oh, and the U.S. can play different teams from different states, kind of like we can play different teams from different provinces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Thanks for clarifying that because, again, I'm not great at breaking that kind of stuff down. You know better than me. So you might have taught us all a bunch of a bunch of stuff here today that we didn't know.
Yep, thank God I taught you guys about it.
Yep. So we were just out walking the host here. We were just out walking that host dog.
If you guys know, its name is Klaus.
Klaus, yep. And what happened on that walk? I think some other dogs were barking quite loudly.
Yep. Some dogs were barking pretty loud on the walk.
And here I was thinking that your dog was going to try and run up to those dogs and get real aggressive and stuff, but that didn't happen.
Nope, Klaus is pretty good.
Yeah, and what? I know he has a bit of Rottweiler in him, but otherwise, what kind of a dog is he?
He's a black lab.
Black lab?
Mm-hmm.
But not black Labrador. Like, I'm so bad with dog name or types. Like, you and Mike definitely know dogs better than I do.
Oh, yeah.
But then I definitely know cats better than you do, so there's definitely a trade-off there. Anyhow, so we talked about Folkfest, we talked about sports and dogs and stuff like that, which are interesting topics. What's next on the agenda? I think you have the notes better than I do.
Probably talk about LP records.
Oh yeah, I think I have over 400 of them. Over 400. I think you only own like one.
Yeah, one or two-ish, something like that.
Well, actually, you and I own the one that you own is something I also have a copy of, but on a different color. Maybe you tell us what is that record that you own?
It's the Foo Fighters.
You have that?
Yep, somewhere.
No, the other one you own. Guy we used to work with had a band.
Yeah, Joel Houston.
Yeah, so Joel Houston was the guy we used to work with in our office, and he had a band called Mid-Atlantic. I don't know what the hell Joel's up to these days. Have you heard from him lately?
Nope, I haven't.
He sort of disappeared. We lost touch, which is kind of... I want to track him down. I don't know about you, but I think he's working at the University of somewhere in Saskatchewan. Do you remember whether it was Regina or Saskatoon?
Don't know. It's pretty...
But he got his dream job teaching, I believe, as the story goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, good for him. But it is one of those things where as soon as he left, it was just a great guy to work with, and he had this band called Mid-Atlantic, which the genre was basically instrumental rock, I would say. But
yep, and his sister Sarah was the pianist.
Yeah, I think it was sort of a family affair, but in a good way. Like, I know I'm laughing, but I'm not mocking it. It was a great band. And, it was really something that they did that. And, oh yeah, The God of the Dead was the name of the second album. And the first album I can't remember the name of, but I know I have one on CD and one on LP. Now, you have the black vinyl, I have the white vinyl of that. Like... Right, we have different colors of that pressing.
Mm-hmm. We sure do.
But if you want to look it up, I mean, it's God of the Dead by the band called... Shit, what did I just say?
Mid-Atlantic.
No, but his band... This is gonna... What band name did I just say? And now I forgot. Joel's band.
Mid-Atlantic.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. Mid-Atlantic, God of the Dead. And again, the first one, I can't remember the name, but there are no lyrics, I don't think, in any of the songs. But great
Nope,
thing.
there's not. There's them playing together.
Yeah. And this might interest you, Anton. I have a bunch of Nickelback LPs. I've got Long Road. I've got All the Right Reasons.
I've got Dark Horse.
No, I can never find that. I've looked for it. It's rare apparently. And but I do have, I think, one called Here and Now. Right. And oh God, the other one, it's gonna bug me all night, but I can't remember the damn name of it. I have a lot of Stompin' Tom records. I have Jimi Hendrix. I have Stevie Ray Vaughan. I've got Joan Baez, Bob Dylan, John Sebastian. Those are all 60 folk heroes. And
do you have a couple of Foo Fighters?
Yeah, I do. What Foo Fighters record do you have? I'm curious.
I have the newer CD.
Wait, I thought you had an LP of it, you said.
Yep, had LP.
Of what? Which one?
Whatever that record is.
Okay, you'll have to show me later. But I do have Concrete and Gold, the newest album, which was a 2017 release.
Yeah, I think I have that CD somewhere.
Yeah, no, I have the LP of that for sure. In fact, you were with me the day we bought it, I think.
Mm-hmm. I sure was.
And do you remember how side 4 had no music on it, but it had like a weird sort of writing looking thing?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure was, but it was fun to look at. Fun to whatever. I played part of that one the other day. I've got a real good cool setup at my place for playing LPs and CDs and tapes and all that sort of thing. And if you're not into collecting records and you want to, I suggest you get into that. You should get a record player.
I know I should.
You could plug it into your receiver. I know what kind of stuff you got. But want to wrap it up here pretty quick?
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you don't do that. Anyway, what's on the... You want to take us out?
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining the Anton Gasper podcast.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
And have a good night, you guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Anton Gasper podcast. This podcast is very special. It's a tribute to the Humboldt Broncos that passed away. It's pretty sad about that. It's I was watching the game with the TSN. It's there's a lot of tears. It's pretty sad to watch, but I was pretty sad the team passed away. You had the NHL, and you had the whole hockey community did the tribute to the Broncos, like have their hockey stick on their outside to show their respect to the Broncos. It's pretty sad indeed to say that, but 3 years ago on the 7th was the anniversary of the horrible bus crash that took 15 members of the Bronco bus team. It's pretty sad to see that it's pretty sad to see them. Yeah, some of the Broncos are like 10 of the Broncos are doing good. Yeah, the NHL Awards did asked the Broncos to be at the NHL Awards. It's pretty awesome to see that on NHL. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know the 15 members of the Broncos past. It's pretty sad to see them pass away. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it was pretty awesome to see of the two of the Humboldt Broncos of two of the members were on the like 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago. There, two of the members were on the team. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, this episode is a tribute to the Humboldt Broncos that passed away. It's pretty sad to see. They were a pretty young hockey team. It's like the almost the exact same age as the Calgary Hitman players. It's pretty sad indeed to see them pass. It's yeah, it's pretty yeah, they have their 50th anniversary after that's how long the hockey season that the Broncos has been on. It's pretty awesome to do. Right, guys, gonna then go for the next 5 minutes. Yeah, they did a funeral for all the players that passed away. The members of the Broncos, like Darcy Hogan, was one of them. Was died at the bus crash scene. It's pretty sad to they were a pretty young team, and the radio personnel and a member of their bus crew passed away at the scene too. It's pretty sad to see them go, but that's life. So and they have a trainer who passed away too, and I remember when I heard the news about them, I was shocked for a few minutes. I heard it on the news, like on some news website, probably Global or CBC. Yeah, I think it's probably the CBC News Network. It's pretty sad to see them pass away. So it's pretty sad to the Flames and all the NHL hockey teams slash the Roughnecks slash Hitmen slash the Sams did a tribute to the Broncos because they're a special community to the NHL, to the hockey world. Like, I wish I no, it's pretty cool to see how was that tribute was done with the Broncos. It's pretty awesome to see. On the 7th, 3 years ago, the Flames and the Golden Knights did a tribute before the puck drop. They're they did a moment of silence for the Broncos. They did with the the Winnipeg Jets did a tribute to them too. And that's that. Thanks everybody for joining the 3rd episode of the Anton Gasper podcast with tribute to the Humboldt Broncos. Thanks everybody. Bye. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of the Anton Gasper podcast. You guys like the intro? Here with me is my buddy Luke from Ireland.
Hello.
So look, what year started how old were you ever started lacrosse?
How old was I? That's a good question. So, I joined my first team outside of elementary school playing field lacrosse when I was 10 or 11. But before that I played like non-contact pop lacrosse in elementary, just getting the basics down, right? But yeah, probably it's been, how many years have I been playing now? 12 years-ish? 11? 12 years? Yeah. Playing field, and then been playing indoor lacrosse since 2019. So yeah, playing a while. Not as long as other people my age who played from when they were younger, but still a long time.
What's the reasoning? What's the reason when I started lacrosse? What's the reason how old were you when you're what's the reason you want to play?
So that's another great question. Reasons I wanted to play. I was always involved in loads of different sports, be that track and field. I used to love long jump and triple jump, and then eventually high jump. I used to try and do the running events, but I was never great at them. And played a lot of soccer growing up, Gaelic football, played a bit of hurling. What other sports did I do? I was a high diver for a while, actually, interestingly enough.
That's pretty cool.
It's good, eh? But why did I want to play lacrosse? Lacrosse was the kind of sport for me where it had aspects of kind of all the other sports, all the other kind of field sports, all wrapped up into one. It had obviously the physicality and contact that would keep you interested, I suppose. Like it's got a bit of everything, right? Like physicality of rugby and the athletic aspect of soccer and that kind of thing. Yeah, it was always just very engaging, brilliant socially as well. And for me, it was the kind of sport where all my teammates were from, and they still are, I guess, from all kinds of different backgrounds. So it was just nice. Always felt included. Always felt welcome in the sport. And yeah, just very engaging all around.
Pretty awesome. What do you do to stay in shape?
What do I do to stay in shape? I should probably do more, but mostly just try and do some running. I do a good bit of kettlebell workouts. I got into kettlebell workouts because just having limited equipment to work out with and not being in one place long enough to join a gym. Yeah, a lot of bodyweight stuff, push-ups, bodyweight squats. I had a pull-up bar for a while, that was good, but right now...
I bet that bell, it's probably pretty heavy.
It's heavy enough. It does the job though. It's not too heavy. I don't want to injure myself, you know. But yeah, just a couple basic compound movements, bit of running, a lot of cardio, training, actual training sessions with lacrosse teams. That helps, you know. Trying to eat well is another one to stay in shape, I guess.
Do you have any target practice for... have any lacrosse target practice?
For shooting, you mean?
Yeah, for shooting.
So I just try and hit the wall as much as I can. I was up at the wall yesterday, and I'll go to the rink up at the top of the road, the Ramsey rink, and the outdoor arena there, do some shooting drills, keep it basic. A lot of it's just repetition, right? Like you have to just do high repetitions and make sure your technique's correct, your form's correct, all the mechanics are correct, and just repeat it until you don't even have to think about it, right? And then I guess that's as complex as it gets in terms of target practice, is pick a spot on the net and try and hit it. But yeah, it's always good to try and get, I'd say maybe 5 to 10 intense minutes a wall ball a day. If you can do more, great. But yeah.
There you go. What's your routine?
My routine, like a daily routine?
Yeah, for lacrosse.
For lacrosse, my routine for lacrosse. Do you mean like on a day where I've got a training session or a game or both?
Yeah, both.
Yeah? Okay, so usually try and stay hydrated from when I wake up, right? So that Gatorade water bottle I have, I'll try and get one of those down me in the morning. I won't chug it though, I'll just sip it. And I'm not a big one for forcing breakfast down me. If I'm hungry in the morning, I'll eat. If not, I'll get a good lunch. I do like to have, obviously, eaten something prior to either training, or if it's a morning session, or a game if it's morning, midday. So that could probably be like some oats and maybe toast on the side or whatever, like oatmeal kind of thing. But yeah, the morning is usually just get up, get hydrated, shower, relax, stretch. I've got that massage gun now, so that's handy. That helps me get loose a little. Then, yeah, just try not do anything too strenuous before warm-ups, and take warm-ups seriously. I think always put a lot of effort into warm-ups, and make sure you're warmed up, even if you have to be the last one out on the floor warming up, just as long as you know in your own head. Because for me, I always feel more confident if I know that I've been like warming up properly. And then training or playing, just try and focus on that mentally, like get zoned in. And after the fact, again, all day hydrating, trying to stay hydrated is a big one. Eat when you're hungry kind of thing on a training day. Try and, I don't know about snacking, but if I'm going to snack, it'll be something healthier, hopefully. But yeah, like make sure I'm eating to recover afterwards. Good recovery meal, plenty of water again, cool down properly, stretch, and if needs be, I guess a good one is an ice bath, kind of reset the muscles a little bit, and maybe a hot bath, or alternate, just depending on how you're feeling afterwards, right? If you're all banged up.
Or that hits and salts bath too.
Yep, some salts baths are amazing, 100%. Yeah, I love those. But yeah, that's basically the day. It's kind of not much to it. Just keep the focus being training or the game, whatever it is, and just enjoy it. Really, just try and relax, keep in a positive headspace. Speak to friends, like just a normal day, but with a bit of lacrosse running. Like trying to stay out of harm's way as much as you can as well.
Oh yeah, we know a lot of lacrosse players. Shout out to the Calgary Roughnecks. If you guys are listening.
Oh yeah, great guys, excellent team to watch for sure. Love going to those games, Anton?
Yep, looks pretty awesome.
It is, yeah.
I remember the time I was watching Zach scored is pretty good to watch him, and Christian Del Bianco is pretty good to watch too.
Oh yeah, they're amazing to watch.
If you guys haven't been to a lacrosse game, I suggest you guys go to a lacrosse game. It's pretty fun to watch.
Definitely. I would recommend that also. Great day out.
Right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.
Thanks for having me on, Anton.
You lucky betcha. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of the Anton Gasper podcast. I hope you guys having a great summer so far. I have been sorry guys, haven't been posting much podcasts much. I've been busy doing stuff, and Flames had a great season this year in the playoffs, and we'll see we'll see what the season brings this year. I cannot wait for the new season to start pretty soon. it's pretty awesome to see a Red back, and it was a great season with all the Flames, Dallas, and the Oilers, and the Red Mile. Never phrased that. The Red Lot. It was it was pretty cool to see the Red Lot. I wish they would do it again sometime very soon to it when next Flames or Roughnecks, Samps, or the Hitman or the Calgary, the soccer team we have here in Calgary. It's pretty. I wish the Red Lot was back for that. It's pretty cool to see that. I hope you guys are managing the heat. Holy crap, it was pretty hot when I was at the San Pete grounds for the rodeo. The last day. I never see this in my life. I saw one of the girls got balked off her horse. I hope haven't heard any news on that yet. I hope she's recovering slowly and taking it easy to don't push her body much. It was the one of the first Saturdays, one of the Canadian Armed Forces safety teams was flying over for the open of the first Saturday of the St. Pete. It was so fucking cool to see that. and Canadian snowbirds were flying over Ramsey too. It was pretty cool to see. Alright guys, make sure you guys follow all my socials on my podcast. It's at Anton Gasper, all lowercase. You guys can look up. Can you guys make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel too. I'll be posting more on my social. Make sure you guys follow all my social media channels and my podcast channels too. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye for now.